excited, by God. Hold up. Wait a minute. Stop distracting me. I'm trying to make a video. Listen, y'all, we've had a lot of questions about the Homestead and Homecoming thing we're doing this summer. I'm just playing, y'all. That's my ginger billy stick. Hey, look, we've had a whole lot of questions about the Homesteaders Homecoming that we're doing this summer. So we want to take a moment, make a video, and answer some questions for you. Assistant, I need the phone. Woo! Thank you, girl. I'm pretty cool now. I'm like old Doug. You know who I'm talking about, Doug and Stacy. I'm going to read from a phone for you. That's cool. So we got questions, y'all. Will parking and tent sites be separate or together? If they are separate, how far apart will they be from one another? So we're going to go through the questions that we've been asked and give you the answers and get all the information out there that we can. I know there'll be more questions. Feel free to reach out to us and we'll answer them the best we can, guys. So, parking and tent sites are separate. They're two different areas for camping. One is right next to the parking, the other, however, is not. That being said, those who are in the further away area are more than welcome to unload at the tent area and then park their vehicle. So you'll be able to go out there, drop your stuff off, and then park your vehicle. Y'all, we just really need to not clog up that area that's going to be for, camping, so that people have room to camp. There's going to be a lot of people out there, and we don't want to really get a whole bunch of vehicles out there on that field. All right. Can we get a map of the event area beforehand? Yes, we've already posted that, but we'll post that again for y'all. My buddy Amber up at Muddy Waters put together a sweet map. It breaks it down real easy for you. She did a satellite view, an aerial view, and highlighted the different zones for where everything goes. So we'll get that posted for you again. If you've got any questions, again, feel free to reach out to us. Will there be running water or water stations? There are water spigots throughout the property. However, you may bring containers to fill with water and hold water. Will there be areas for showers or hygiene? Y'all, I'm sorry. This is kind of like a primitive facility. These folks have had large and massive music fest out there over the weekend and stuff like that, but they don't have showers or anything like that set up. We're going to have porta-johns for you to use the restroom. We'll have handicap accessible porta-johns for you, but there's no showers. You can bring solar showers, or if you're redneck like me, you bring you a bar of soap and you hop in the lake, because there's 2 lakes out there, and wash your butt off and get back out. I mean, obviously you got to wear swim trunks and whatnot, but still, you can get cleaned off from the day. It's no big deal. Uh-oh, assistant, it locked. I need you to unlock it. Oh, sorry guys, it locked up on me. There we go. All right. Will the porta pots be in one area or in multiple areas? The majority of them will be in one area. However, there will be some throughout the park at each of the camping areas. And the reason for that is it just makes it a whole lot easier. The event organizers that have used that space in the past have tried to disperse them throughout the facility, the big 80-acre campground or lake, whatever you want to call it. And they said that it just didn't get used well that way. So they thought that from their past experiences, it's best to put them all primarily in one area. We will have a few out in the campground areas just because those are far from the main area. And we don't want people to have to walk that far in the middle of the night. How many vendors will be set up and what kinds of food will be served? Where did they go? There we go. So right now we're looking at 22 total vendors. We're still accepting vendors up until the day of the event. And as far as how many food vendors, we've got 2 big food vendors that have signed up. We're waiting on one to fully commit. Once we get that, we'll start advertising their menu for them. And then we've got a bunch of smaller drink type vendors and kettle corn vendors and those kind of things. We've got tons of different vendors as far as homemade items and materials and things of that event, or that type. But as far as the food goes, we've only got 2 big food vendors. We strongly encourage you to bring your own food. You will be able to cook food over, a campfire or something to that effect, or grill. We'll have grills out there. Think of it like camping, y'all. Bring some food like you would if you were going on a camping trip. Will fire pits be permitted at tent sites for cooking? No, y'all, I'm sorry. Please feel free to bring your grill to cook. Fire pits will be stationed around the area, but unfortunately not for cooking use. Now you can cook like hot dogs and stuff like that over it, but they're going to be more like communal fire pits. So that's what we want you to understand. We'll make some big circular rings around the different fire pits. They didn't want a whole bunch of fire pits throughout the park. It's just a safety issue, guys. We don't want to risk anything catching on fire. their insurance, our insurance, it's not something that we're able to do, unfortunately. But there will be a couple different bonfire locations, and you can roast some hot dogs or marshmallows or something like that at it. But you're more than welcome to bring your own grills and set up grills at your sites. You can do that all day long. Gotta unlock it again. This daggone thing locks up quick, young lady. My assistant here needs to learn how to set her phone to do not lock.
Oh.
Thank you, buddy. All right, I think that's all of them right there on the questions. The other thing that we've been asked is how far away all the different things are. Now, all the presentations are going to be in one generalized area, but there are a lot of different events throughout the thing. There's going to be a kids area, there's going to be a vendors area, but the presentations will be very close to the parking area. So folks that are handicapped or elderly and don't want to walk very far, or whatever the case may be, most of the predominant presentations will be in one area close to the parking lot. Come on, girl, let me see that list. I'm gonna run down this list for y'all real quick, just so you know what to expect. This is the class schedule. We have had this posted online for quite a while now. Inevitably, every time we share this information, someone says, I didn't know the event was happening. We understand. Groups go fast, timelines go fast, we understand. So we try our best to put this information out as often as possible. Friday night, vendors are going to be arriving earlier. I'm going to be arriving earlier. But spectators, campers, just event goers, please don't come any earlier than 5 p.m. We would really appreciate that. That's just so that we have time to get stuff set up and get everything out of the way so that you guys can drive through. So Friday night, 5 p.m. you can set up, you can start arriving, enjoy the evening just socializing. We'll have some surprise presentations, but nothing really class laden. Just mainly just to settle in, get to know each other, talk to each other, spend time socializing and networking with other homesteaders. Please bring your own folding chairs. The event does not have chairs available for everybody. Please, please, please bring your own chairs. We are going to put up shade sails throughout the park so that there's shade. There's also trees that you can get under. There's a lake to play in. There's a little beach on the lake. There's all those things. Parents, be smart. Please bring life jackets and safety equipment for your children. There are going to be a number of volunteers helping with the kids' activities and whatnot, but still ultimately it is your responsibility, parents, to make sure your children are safe. We're going to do our absolute best to make sure everybody's kids are safe. But again, we've got maybe 20 volunteers to help with the kids stuff, and we're expecting at least 200 kids. So it's something that we all got to pitch in together to make sure everybody has a safe and enjoyable time at the event. Saturday morning, 9 to 11 is the Redneck Run 5K. Y'all, this thing is going to have a bunch of low budget but fun obstacles on it. We did that to keep the cost of being able to run the Redneck Run very low and affordable for folks. Adults and kids can run this thing, so don't miss out on it. 10 to 10:45, you got an intro to beekeeping class for kids. This is a kids demo with Mr. Roger Hawkins. He's been keeping bees an awful long time. Come on over here, Alice. You distracted me. Come on over here and say hi. This fella's going to be out at the event, y'all. He'll be out there helping out. So say hi to him when you see him. You've seen him in our YouTube videos. And this young lady, come on over here, Sofa Loaf, my assistant. She's going to be there too. There's going to be tons of kids, I'm telling you. Sophie,
what?
Did you have fun at the fall event?
Yes.
Did you meet new friends?
Yes.
Exactly. Every time you guys come out to these events, the kids make new friends just like us adults make new friends. It's just how it works out. And then we've got a fella doing a tree felling class. Unfortunately, we originally had Mr. Phil Cummings doing it, the owner of the property. And sadly, he passed away a little while back, y'all. It was really like an unexpected scenario. Nobody expected this to happen. He was healthy as an ox, and something just unfortunate happened when he went into the hospital for a brief procedure. So please pray for him, pray for his family. But we've got someone else that's going to give a talk through on doing the tree felling. Since Phil is not going to be there, there won't be an actual tree being dropped, but there'll be another fellow there that's an expert logger that's going to talk to you guys about proper ways to drop trees. And then we got goat milking and udder care with Miss Debbie. That's going to be 11 to 11:30. 11 to 4 all day long. Washington County Tire is going to be out there to talk to you guys about how to properly maintain your vehicle and change tires and all those things. And And then we got 11:30 to 12, tools for kids to help around the farm. This is going to be with young Forrest Heidenrock. This is one of our youth presenters. We are super duper excited about this. Forrest is also taught at our spring event last year. This young guy just blows my socks off. He knows so much about everything there is to know about homesteading. He gets to spend a lot of time out in the woods with his dad, y'all, and he knows it all. Then we got 12 to 1, Forrest's dad, Mr. Jonathan, Forage Independence a year later. He's going to go through the science and break things down for you on a level that is just simply put geeking out, y'all. This guy's passionate about things. He's passionate about nature, and he really takes deep dives into learning all things homesteading. After that, we're going to break for lunch 1 to 2. 2 to 3, you're going to have pest control techniques with Mr. Tad Streepy from Gypsy Rain Organics. This guy is an organic farmer and beyond. He takes organic to a next level, so you guys are going to want to listen to that class. Now, we did think that we were going to have a tanning hides demonstration. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen now, y'all. I apologize. It's too late to change the class schedule lineup that we've been posting, but there won't be a tanning hides demonstration. So for that 3 to 3:30 time, we'll probably just, spend a little time woosawing from the last classes and socialize a little bit. But then we'll get right back to it, 3 to 4, growing mushrooms with Miss Heather Butler. She's coming down from Dayton, Ohio. She is awesome. We've been on her podcast, Hogs and Hens, Urban Farm in Dayton. She's an awesome lady, tons of energy. She goes around speaking at lots of events, and she's actually planning an urban event in Dayton. Hopefully she'll tell you guys about that at the event this summer, Homesteaders Homecoming. And at 3:30 to 4, you got Dirk Smith. He's going to show you how to grind feed milling, y'all. That is Mama Bear's Homestead and More, Mr. Dirk Smith, in case you didn't know. And then we've got 4 to 5:15, pressure canning green beans with Denisha. Denisha's going to help out. That's Grizzly Ridge Homestead. And then we've got 4:30 to 5, quail processing with Amber Garling. Again, Muddy Waters. And then we've got 5 to 5:30, rabbit processing with David Prim. So if you hadn't got the concept yet, later in the afternoon, we're going to be doing a lot of processing, a lot of hands-on stuff. We're going to teach you guys very essential skills for around the homestead that are going to lend to you being more self-sufficient, self-sustainable, and free. Freedom is what it's all about, y'all. After that, we got 5:15, all about sourdough with Miss Brandy Schroeder. Brandy is also, that's 6th Day Farms, in case you didn't know. She is also an event sponsor, and we appreciate her sponsorship so very much, as is Mr. Tad from Gypsy Rain Organics. Those folks are pouring themselves into this event, not only as presenters, but sponsors. And without our sponsors, y'all, we could not do this for y'all for free. So we appreciate them so very much. Then 5:30 to 6, you got meat pressure canning with Megan Brock. What Megan's going to do is she's going to pressure can those quail that Amber processes to teach you how to pressure can meat. A lot of people get freaked out about pressure canning meat. Y'all, it's really not that complicated. It's going to be fun. It's going to be easy, and she's going to help you settle your nerves about it and understand that this is something that is very important to long-term food security. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know this from firsthand experiences. We have lost deep freezers not once, but twice. Can you imagine the hardship and the heartache of losing 2 deep freezers full of meat? That will set you back big time. So being able to diversify how you store your meat is very important, and pressure canning meat is one of those ways. Then 5:30 to 6:15, you got chicken processing with my wife, Mama Dreams, and our kiddos. They're going to walk you through it. They're going to show you how we do it, and it's super easy peasy, I promise you guys, but they're going to help you out, and my daughter is really going to do the talking. It's that easy that my daughter is going to talk you through it, guys. After that, you got a hog processing demonstration with Amanda Hand from Mkono Farms. Amanda is a genius when it comes to pig marketing, but she also knows a ton about old school meat curing methods, new school meat curing methods, all things hogs. This lady has really just made it a life goal of hers to be the swine guru, and she's got to figure it out. After that, you got fermentation with Miss Joyce Morris. I'm sorry, Joyce. Miss Joyce Morris. She's coming all the way from Missouri to talk to y'all. That's how big this thing is, guys. This thing has gone coast to coast almost. We've got people all the way out in California saying, man, we're so proud of y'all. We want to sponsor you. My buddy Zach sent a little bit to help out, and he's sponsoring the event. Thank you, Zach. We appreciate you, brother. Then It's 7 o'clock at night, and we decided to do this a little later in the day so it wouldn't be so hot. Miss Karen Lynn Burr is going to take the kids on a plant walk, y'all. She's going to take the kids around. She's going to demonstrate different things to look for, and she's going to show the kids edible plants, and then they're going to make something from those plants that the kids can enjoy as a snack. That's amazing. After that, you got Chris, the solar guy. He's going to do steam energy. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, Chris has shown me this boiler setup that he made. Oh my goodness, it is so cool. Stay tuned. He's got some neat stuff planned to show y'all. Now we're moving on to Sunday. Chasing Dreams Homestead, us at our booth, we're going to have a fodder demonstration. We're just going to show you how simple it is to grow fodder. Not only you can eat it for yourself, it's the same thing as microgreens, guys, or you can feed it to your animals. We love to do it during the winter time when there's not as much for them to forage on. We'll have that set up for you, the different levels of fodder growing, so that you can see how easy it is and how fast it actually takes place. 9 to 10, we're going to have Wildcraft and CPR with Robert Streepy. That's Tad's dad. He's going to help you guys in that aspect, and he's going to show you a few little quick first aid things that you can do. No one's going to be able to certify you, but it's always a good tool to have in your toolbox to learn how to do these things, CPR and first aid. So we're going to have that covered with you. 9 to 10, Raising Rabbits with Leslie Jo Fraser from Celtic Glen Farm. She's going to walk you guys through that. This lady is a highly educated individual that is also very much a homesteader. So come on in, sit down, and enjoy her class. 10:15 to 11, you got an intro to beekeeping with Brett Cunningham. Mr. Brett Cunningham is going to come down and talk to the adults and give you an intro to beekeeping. We're really excited about this because Mama Dreams is getting her first ever bees in a matter of a week or two from Brett. Him and his wife are going to come down and set those up for us here on Chasing Dreams Homestead 2 and get her started, point her in the right direction, and then obviously we'll be sitting in his class. So we're really excited about that. And then 11, again, you've got all things sourdough again with Brandy for the folks that missed it Saturday or just want a refresher or to ask more questions that they thought of after the class. She's doing it again, Brandy Schroeder, 6th Day Farm. 11:30, you got Urban Homesteading, Grow Where You Are Planted. And this is with Heather Butler again from Hogs and Hens podcast and Urban Farm in Dayton. Y'all, she lives in the heart of Dayton. And this lady is doing a lot of stuff on a small footprint. And if anyone knows about being efficient and growing a whole lot on a little bitty place, that's me and Mama Dreams. We didn't have land until this year. We've been doing this stuff on an acre for a long time, and we've been outgrowing people at 10, 20 acres. And I don't know how, but it's just a matter of where your heart is and where your mind is. If you want to do it, you can do it. And that's what Heather's going to talk to you about. And we love that. 12 to 1, Miss Joyce Morris again is going to go over tinctures and salves with you. She's going to teach you some rudimentary skills on making tinctures and salves and different things that you can use those for. That's so awesome, and a lot of people are really getting interested in that, so we appreciate that. And then 12:30 to 1:30, we're going to do chicken processing, and this one is for the adults, and this will again be with my family, the Stanfields. The reason we try to separate that, y'all, is we had a bunch of people at the fall event super duper excited about chicken processing, and when we did it, kids were crowding the table, and we loved it. But then the adults that wanted to learn weren't able to get to it. So we said, let's break it up. Let's do the kids on Saturday, the adults on Sunday. That way everybody gets to be heard, ask questions, and see what's going on. 1:45, we're going to do a plant walk. This is the adult style with Miss Karen Lynn Burr, y'all. It's going to be awesome. Assistant, can you get me some sweet tea? I'm getting a little parched out here. And then also at 12 o'clock, thank you. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, that's good tea. Thanks, brother. Then at 12 o'clock, I'm sorry for the wind, y'all. I can't predict the weather, but I needed to get this out there to y'all. So at 12 o'clock, Mr. Chris, the solar guy, is going to do a solar demo, y'all. And then at 3:30, we'll have the event wrap up, and we'll part ways, and everybody will travel back home. But this is what I want you guys to understand. We've been doing these events now for 3 years. This is the first, maybe even 4 years. We've been doing it for a while, but this is the first event like this in the summertime for the state of Indiana. We've got folks coming from Pennsylvania, Missouri, Alabama, all over, you name it, Michigan. They're coming down, and we're gathering together as a family. Y'all, we're going to make network connections. We're going to leave this thing with new friends that we didn't have, and we're going to get to see old friends, like a family reunion when you ain't seen your aunt and your uncle in 10 years, but somebody finally plans a family reunion, you get together. It's just like you picked up where you left off. and that's what it's all about. We're going to have so much stuff for kids to do. It's insane, y'all. We've got the Youth Homesteaders Olympics and the Adult Homesteaders Olympics. So if you like to compete, come on out and check that out. Also, we're going to have the best beard, the best mullet, the best sundress, the best jam, and Karen Lynn Burr is going to judge the best fire cider, y'all. There's so many different things that you can compete in. There's going to be an eating contest. I believe my buddy Dirk is going to get a whole mess of watermelons, and we're going to see who can eat the most, the fastest, or whatever the case may be. But it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Other than that, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. You can message here on YouTube, you can message on Facebook, or you can just hit us up on Gmail, Chasing Dreams Homestead. We will answer your questions, and we will do our very best to make sure that this event is the most fun you have all summer long. We like to end every one of our videos by saying, till next time, y'all.
Make sure to hit that like button if you like what we're doing.
You better subscribe. And check out our Facebook group.
That's right, y'all. As always, till next time.
Keep